Bos in the south of Holland, and we're here at the Deep Dive Tech, and we meet interesting people. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sudip. I'm from CryptoWereld, one of the block producers on EOS, and also related with Paytomat. We have met before with a shop and a restaurant in Amsterdam.
Yeah,
a year ago. Yeah, so it's been 1 year accepting crypto, I would say.
Yeah, it's still running.
Still running, and you can still go there and pay with crypto.
Nice.
And we moved Paytomat over to EOS because of the transaction speed.
Cool.
So it's about 4,000 transactions per second.
Wow.
So that's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rhett, we met before at the meetup EOS Amsterdam.
Yes, we met I think a little over a month ago, just before Christmas. Rhett Oudkerk, I'm from EOS Amsterdam. Like Sudip said, EOS has currently in the labs 10,000 transactions per second. On mainnet we have 4,000 transactions per second, and all the sister chains are adding basically more capacity to this backbone.
What is the concept of EuroPchain?
Well, it's pretty simple. I think blockchain is a signature engine. So to have legal, signable transactions, you need to embed that in a proper legal infrastructure. So EuropeChain will be a GDPR compliant sidechain of EOS. So for all the enterprises that want to build applications, we're solving a couple of things. The things that EOS solves, scalability, accounts with multiple permissions underneath. We're solving the energy problem. We're a COT compliant or neutral chain. We're trying to push it away from the crypto space by also making it available to pay in euros per month. So if you have an application that needs 1,000 transactions per month, you just get your credit card, purchase a couple of transactions on EuropeChain, and you're compliant with GDPR, energy efficient, and you don't have to purchase any crypto and go to exchanges. You just blockchain as a service, as typical companies, enterprises want to use the blockchain, but then use the EOS IO software.
What are your target groups? Businesses in Europe, or
it's primarily businesses in Europe and businesses who want to do business with in the European market. We are trying to keep all the nodes, which are the block producers, we call them in EOS. There would be legal entities from Europe. The data centers used would be in Europe, so data stays in Europe. And we would try to use predominantly all the green data centers or either offset. So yeah, the target is mostly the European Union. It's tailor-made to the EU IT and data laws, trying to be compliant, providing them, as Rhett said, fiat, like invoicing in euros, and making onboarding of the small and medium companies, businesses easier. That's the thing. Even if they want to experiment, it's easier for them to come to EuropeChain than start everything from scratch, own a team, development team, all those things. We just cut it.
So on the EuropeChain, on the sister chains in general, the total cost of operation is lower than on mainnet. In our philosophy and our future, I think the ecosystem will be a star with EOS mainnet as the central point and have thousands of side chains. We will offer one public EuropeChain, and we will offer to I don't know, Philips or Nationale Nederland or any company in the Netherlands that want to utilize the strength of a blockchain. We will be offering private chains. If they want to invest in crypto, that's also possible, because mainnet will have a token that is tradable. But I think predominantly 80-90% will we prefer to invoice in euros as an easier mechanism. One thing that we want to do is just take it as a traditional IT approach. I think EOS.io will be one of the dominant open source platforms like Android, Linux, but also WordPress. So one of the things you're asking about use cases, one of the things that we thought about was a thing called WordProof. So prove that your WordPress website is a legitimate website. I think in the future, every website will be hooked on to a blockchain. So together with our partner Van Ons, a WordPress agency from Amsterdam, we're building an integration between WordPress ecosystem and the EuropeChain.
For instance, to avoid fake news or that kind of...
Yes. Just to prove that you are the owner of the website, you are the owner of the content, that you put it up at this date, time. Just sign your website as an official statement of your company or whatever you are, if it's a news agency. Yeah.
As we saw today, supply chain tracking, origin of the substance, product recalls, and like energy trading also, solar power panels, which is big in Germany, wind power in Netherlands. So these industries are already tokenized. The payment is in euros and the things are in kilowatts, megawatts. So and there are lots of parties involved. That would be an interesting use case because there is an operator, there is the landowner, then there is the user, then there's the investor. Okay. So providing a single trustable accounting layer, I would say, would be interesting for them, and that's also great use case.
Last question. I mean, you're gonna participate in the big hackathon in Groningen. Perhaps you can say something about that.
Well, we are here today to assess whether we want to participate. Okay. So we put up the team button, and we have a. Oh, where's your button?
You're the captain.
Oh, I thought we had to fight for it now, but no. There's one captain. No, he had the button of captain on his shirt before, so I think I won the war now of team captain. Yeah, the heart. Yeah, no, I don't know what we want to build yet. We were here to assess whether it's interesting to come over, meet people, see if it's basically if it's interesting. We have some development capacity. EuropeChain is a joint venture of 4 founding block producers of the EOS mainnet, and we have around 16 block producers in Europe, representing, well, there's 28 countries in Europe. Discounting the small ones, I think we're covering most of the bigger countries in Europe. We have a Slack channel of 50 developers. So behind the EuropeChain is a serious force. We're raising capital, talking to a lot of investors that like the plan, like the opportunity. So this will be a serious sidechain that we will launch in, I think, a month or 2 maximum.
So people can go to EuropeChain.io. All right. Okay. And now, thank you very much, guys, for your time and all the best. And hopefully we see each other at the hackathon.
Yeah, true.
All right. Thank you.